Well, we're back again for another edition of Te Akau TV. We're joined today by Te Akau trainer Sam Burgess, and we've ditched Reese last week, Sam, after he tipped a $1.20 shot, and that got tipped over. So good to have you back on the show.
Yeah, geez, it's a tough old game. Me and Cohen went down to Tauranga with two nice chances, and unfortunately, it sort of rained quite heavily on the day and leading in, and yeah, just one of those things with racehorses. Unfortunately for Reese, never fun getting beaten at the best of times, but let alone $1.20. So yeah, we came back with our tail between our legs.
Absolutely, all a bit of fun anyway. So I guess just talking about the weather, looks to be pretty cold down south tomorrow. There's a bit of rain about in Auckland on Friday, and it looks like it might make its way to the central North Island over the next kind of 24 hours.
Yeah, potentially Tauranga could be quite heavy if they get the rain they're forecast. So that could probably scratch a couple of hours. And Riccarton, fingers crossed, they're not going to get as much rain as they initially predicted earlier in the week. So fingers crossed they're racing on a good track and you know they all get their chance. But it is going to be very cold there on Saturday.
Excellent. Well, we're going to look at those two cards. We're also going to look at Flemington, where we've got a chance in the Group 1 Schweppes 1,000 Guineas and Stage and Screen, and a Group 3 runner in Sands Duke, who was unlucky on Derby Day there. Do you want to start with those? Stage and Screen, I guess, in the 1,000 Guineas. Fairly inexperienced, only having her third start, Sam, but she was pretty good on Derby Day there, sitting 3-4 wide the trip and still running through the line.
Yeah, filly we've always had a lot of time for out of the ready-to-run sales, which we think she's got plenty of upside. Her run was very good on Derby Day. Like it almost looked like she was beaten and then sort of came back again. She's still a little bit new, but she's got a nice soft barrier. Stackhouse on, he's a fantastic big race rider. She should map to get a lovely run. It's interesting that a lot of the sort of form experts over there are tipping her as the rough chance in the race. And look, we think she's got the potential to do it, whether the ring craft is there. Obviously, it's a Group 1 in Australia. They don't give them away. But Mark's been really pleased with her this week, as well as Ben. So fingers crossed she can put her best foot forward. And Sonsdu, she just had no luck there last start, sort of ran up the tail end of everything. And she's just not having the rub of the green this time in. She sort of struck a couple of wet rain-affected tracks. And then obviously last time with J-Mac on, who was just riding super, just found no luck. So, fingers crossed this time, she's a bit longer in the market there. But if she sort of found that form, which is performing up to the best of them, should be more than capable of winning.
100%. Well, before we look at the cards in New Zealand, let's have a quick look at the winners of the week that's been as well. So, Te Rapa there on Saturday, La Dorada and Bella Voce.
Yeah, La Dorada was very good. You couldn't have probably mapped a worse run for her. It was just a very strange run race. And she looked beaten, and fair play to her. She's not overly big, but she's gutsy and sort of kicked back and won quite good on the line. So, she's just gone out of the stable for a wee break, and then we'll map to the Cracker Million, hopefully via the Eclipse, which is quite a good lead-in race. And then Bella Voce, she's a filly that sort of had a few little niggling problems early on, which has sort of held her back, but more than talented on her day. And it was good to see her win like that. Obviously, Vinnie Colgan, rode both of them and, in trying circumstances with his mum passing away. So, very grateful for him. And he's been doing a lot of work here as well at track work and things like that. So, really pleased to get those two winners.
Excellent. And two winners there at Riccarton that both back up on Saturday, and Mazzucato and Mezzabine. We won't talk about them because we'll talk about them both in a minute. Tiaraha, Celestial Wonder, and Ocean Mist. Nice to get two wins for those two horses.
Yeah, they were good there last time at Tiara, the previous start leading in. Obviously, Celestial Wonder got very short, but a filly that's also had a few little niggling things going on early in her career, but the penny's sort of starting to drop, and she's sound and very happy here at home. So, she's on to a listed race at Wanganui next time, all going well. And Ocean Mist, for the ladies syndicate, they were probably a little bit disappointed their first up, but we sort of stepped her up and trip, and then added the blinkers, and then a nice positive ride by Michael, and she won really well and ran very sharp time. So she's going to head to the Wanganui listed 3-year-old fillies race there as well, and they look like two really nice chances and nice fillies going forward.
And wrapping up on Wednesday there, Riccarton, good to see Cool as a Reen win well there in the 2-year-old race. I believe she's not Cracker Million nominated or eligible.
No, she was bought in Australia, but she's just the ultimate professional for a 2-year-old. Gee, she's a good doer. Just loves work, loves sleeping, loves eating, and very straightforward sort of racing style. Puts on speed and is really gutsy. So she's exciting for Cool as a Beal. Obviously, we had a lot to do with him, and he was trained here at Te Akau, and was champion 2-year-old, and to see his progeny here and performing like she is, he looks like an exciting stallion going forward, and she's going to come back north via the Wakefield. There, sort of the middle of December at Wellington, and a good chance at black type for her in on her performances. You'd think she's more than capable.
Excellent. Well, let's kick off in Tauranga there on Saturday. Race number 3, Tauranga Hardware and Plumbing 1200. Front C up there for Hanui Stud. Second up going into this race, Jaws Barrier 12, Vinnie Colgan on board.
Yeah, obviously quite long in the market. On her day, she's more than capable. Bit of a wide barrier. Obviously, could potentially be rain affected. We don't think it'll worry her too much with a bit of sting out. Whether she wants it very heavy, it sort of remains to be seen. But happy to have Vinnie on. And her first up run was a lot better than it probably read. She wasn't actually beaten that far. Got back and sort of ground away. So she's taken natural improvement from that first up effort. And could be one for multiples and for longer odds.
Excellent. 2 runners there in race number 4 in Egyptian Queen and Inkabel.
Yeah, Inkabel just went by the slimmest of margins there sort of a couple of weeks ago at Tauranga. Loves Tauranga. I think she's had 2 wins in a second now from 3 starts, hence why we sort of steered her towards this race. We don't think the rain-affected going would harm her chances. It looks like there is a couple of handy ones. I know the Wexford runner looks like a nice progressive filly, and they quite rate her. And there's a couple of other ones as well. So, look, we think she's more than capable. Nice soft barrier draw as well. And then Egyptian Queen, not sure she'd run if it did get heavy. But a very talented filly, and been running some good races without a lot of luck. So we'll just have to be on weather watch with her.
Down to race number 6, Stony Brick.
Yeah, he's in good form. I thought his run at Ellerslie was very good. We gave him a sort of a short little freshen up out of the stable, just doing something different with him, and he did some dressage and show jumping following that run, and obviously kept him quite fresh to go back to 1400. But he gets in well with the Harlock up there up the top, sort of a nice even weight, and which looks like an even race on paper. So hopefully he can sort of put his hand up, and we think he could potentially get through the wet going. So he looks a nice chance.
And a shame Rule of Law's drawn wide in race number 8. I thought he would have been a good chance with his good run on the same course last up.
For sure, and the blinkers go on as well. If it got heavy, especially the last race of the day and things like that, would probably scratch and wait till Pukekohe. So we'll have to be on weather watch. But good run there last time, and he can certainly improve off it.
Excellent. Well, let's kick off there at Riccarton for 1,000 Guineas Day and New Zealand Cup Day. I think we kick off in race number 6, do we, Sam?
Yep. Yes, that's interesting. Obviously, the 1,000 Guineas our first runner, so it's quite strange.
There you go. So the Barneswood Farm 52nd New Zealand 1,000 Guineas, the Group 1 affair for the 3-year-old fillies over the mile, captured by Love. Found a pretty sticky track there at Te Araha last start when she ran into the eventual 2,000 Guineas winner. Yeah,
unfortunately, just had such an interrupted prep with her. She's just not having the rub of the green at the moment. So fingers crossed, she has certainly juiced some luck. I suppose she was beaten fair and square first up by Alabama Lass. And then we went to the Hawke's Bay Guineas. They canned the races. And then obviously Matter, she was massive after missing the kick and was just unbelievable performance really. Then went to Te Rapa, they canned the races, and then Tiara, it rained on the day. So, look, she's come through the run really well. She's travelled down super. She flew to Christchurch early on Wednesday morning, and she seems bright and happy, and Hunter's certainly pleased with how she's travelled down. And look, hopefully, fingers crossed, the rain doesn't come, and they're on a good track there on Saturday. And we think she's a really, really nice chance. Obviously, there's a couple of handy ones in there, and it's quite an even race on paper. And obviously, Alabama Lass is there as well. And obviously, the miles are probably a query for a lot of them. but we think we've got her as good as we can get her. Obviously, Josh Parr over as well is a massive plus to get a Group 1 Australian jockey over, and she maps to get a nice run sort of in behind the speed. So fingers crossed we do some luck with her, and she can put her best foot forward, and I think she's a really good winning chance.
Excellent. And race number 7, 2 runners in there. Last up winner Mel Mason, and last up place getter Insatiable, who hit the line well on his season debut.
Yeah, unfortunately, Insatiable just never draws a barrier, and the key to him is sort of getting some cover and letting him settle. He's drawn out there again. So look, if he gets some luck, and obviously off that first up performance, he's definitely more than capable of winning. It was a fantastic effort, and he rattled off some really sharp sectionals. Mel Mason was very good down there last time, obviously on a very heavy going. But we think he prefers it better, so he'll take improvement. Josh Parr on as well, and then we've got Bellamere actually down the bottom there as well. He's a last start winner, and he's a bit of a funny horse. He's sort of probably not the most genuine sometimes, but hopefully he can take a bit of confidence from that last start win. He'll probably get back from that barrier and just get a bit of cover. And we kept them very fresh back to the 1200. So 3 nice each way chances.
And 3 runners there in the Lindau Stewart Stakes, Millie Fiore, Caravella, and the Karaka Million winner of his year, Tokyo Tycoon.
Yeah, 3 nice chances. Millie Fiore was a touch disappointing there at Wellington. It sort of heavy track tripped a few of them up, but up to 1200 suits. Gets in well at the weights, we think. And obviously Josh Parr aboard helps. Barrier 3, she should be sort of in behind the speed there, should map to get a lovely run. Caravella was actually okay in the Pegasus there last time on the first day of the carnival, up to 1200 suit. She's very gutsy filly, not overly big, but tries very hard. We're confident she can run well there again. Nice barrier in 5, and Liam obviously rode her on the first day, so knows her well. In Tokyo, we think he's a very interesting runner. Was very good first up down south, and we probably made a bit of a blow backing him up 2 weeks later, up to 1400. He was a touch disappointing. So we gave him a bit of a freshen up, kept him very fresh for this race, back to 1200. Blinkers go on, nice lightweight, drawn 1. We think he ticks a lot of boxes. So if he brought that 2-year-old, early 3-year-old form, he's very interesting, and we think he's more than capable.
And race number 10 there, the Group 3 Martin Collins 161st New Zealand Cup. Over the 2 miles there, open handicap. Mesben comes out of the Metropolitan race there in fine form, taking that out last Saturday. We also have Fierce Flight, who ran on pretty well in the same race there as well, Sam.
Yeah, Mesben was good to see her win that. We thought she was very stiff not to win it the year before, and hasn't probably had a lot of luck in her career. So fantastic to see her win like that. It was a fantastic positive ride by Sam. And we're happy to have Grillsy on come Saturday. Barrier 10, we'll just have to sort of see how she jumps, and hopefully she gets one off there with a bit of cover and goes to sleep. She relaxes nice. We think the 3200 will suit, and she can see it out with the right run. And obviously the nice lightweight, is a massive plus. It's quite an open, even field on paper, but we think she's a really nice chance. And Fierce Flight, he was much better there last time. Obviously, the 2 starts before that were woeful, and he just didn't put on. He's got a few tricks, and probably not the most genuine at times. But on his day, he's very, very good. He's probably one of the few runners that has genuine 2-mile form. He ran second in the Wellington Cup there last year, carrying top weight, and he sees himself in a New Zealand Cup carrying 53. So he could be one for odds, as long as he brings his A game, which, Hunter's got him as best as he can get him down there, Hunter and the team. And obviously Liam knows him well from riding him first up there. So fingers crossed the real Fierce Flight turns up, and if he does, he could give it a real shake.
And of course, 4th in the Auckland Cup as well. So that's not bad form going into a 2-mile race. He will get that trip. So last race 11, the Discover Niue Premier 2 runners. Mazzucato was really good last start, first time down south for her. And Family Ties, another good last start winner.
Yeah, they were fantastic. Mazzucato, she was given a gun ride by Spratt, obviously not from barrier 23, which makes it a little bit niggly, but it is the mile start, so they get a really good look to the first corner, and she is pretty adaptable. So her her manners and the barriers were really good there last week. So fingers crossed she can do that again, and sort of Grillsy can slide across and get some cover somewhere. And if he does and she gets the right run, she's backed up very well. She's very bright and well down there. Family Ties was very good there first up. We think step up to a mile suits her as well. Nice soft barrier and good jockey aboard as well is a massive plus. And then Almanet, if she snuck in the field, she's on the ballots there. She was a much better last time, probably been a touch disappointing before that. But look, she's got an okay barrier, gives her options. She'll probably go back and need a little bit of luck, but up to the mile, we think she's settling a bit better now. So fingers crossed she can put her best foot forward, because on her day, she's capable.
Excellent. Well, that was a bit of a marathon effort. Thanks for your efforts there, Sam. Plenty to choose from for your best bet. Where are we going?
Oh, yeah, it's hard on these Premier days. Obviously, it's also even. I'll go with Capture by Love. I think she can hopefully bounce back with the rub of the green. So obviously Group 1 field, you need a lot of luck, but we've got a Group 1 jockey aboard. Hopefully the track's all right, and she can show her real capabilities.
Excellent. Well, thanks for your time today, Sam. Next week we head across to Counties for Pukekohe Cup Day there. We've also got a few runners there on Cranbourne Cup Day. I believe Wild Knights made the trip over this week.
Yeah, exciting time. Counties, really looking forward to Counties. Could have a couple in the Counties Cup there with Cognito and Kylie Alpha Russia, who we think would be really nice, light each way chances, and a couple of 2-year-olds in that listed race. Return to Conquers one, we're sort of really looking forward to stepping out into Bravery Born was, won the first 2-year-old race of the year. So there's sort of 2 we got penciled in there. And then, Big Maury as well over in Cranbourne. He's flying here at home. He's such a grouse horse. He's fantastic to have around the stable. He's a bit of a fan favourite with everyone here. And he's in very good form. He's sound and happy, which, was obviously the key to him. He's very talented. He's just unfortunately had a bit of adversity to overcome throughout his career. So fingers crossed, he can. By all accounts, he's travelled over well. And obviously we had Blake Shin riding track work here over the last couple of days, and I think he's penciled in to ride him there at Cranbourne next Saturday, which he's really excited about. So it's been sort of a cool sort of period over the last couple of days having Blake here, and it'll be awesome to see Murray go over there and win.
Awesome. Thanks for your time, Sam, and good luck tomorrow. We'll catch you again sometime soon.